The HSBC World Sevens Series stays down under for a Sydney summer as the 2020 season ramps up again and the race for the title gets into full swing. Welcome to Bankwest Stadium in Western Sydney as some of the fittest, fartest athletes in the world showcase the best of Sevens rugby. Right, let's get into the action. And we start in Pool B with the USA against Fiji, and joining me alongside Tiana Penatani as we back up again from last week. And USA is a team we'd like to see getting back up to the top spots.
Yeah, absolutely. They're currently ranked 4th on the World Series standings at the moment, Ricky, but it doesn't really reflect the performances that they've put in so far this season. They're still yet to book themselves a spot in the Cup final, but keep an eye on the likes of Alona Ma wearing number 2, Abby Gustaitis leading them as captain in this first round game, and Eti Hangatau usually starting on the bench. She's got a starting spot, so she's definitely a powerhouse we'll need to keep our eyes on.
Cheta Emba comes back into the US 12 this week after being rested last week. Fiji, though, big losses. No Asanati Savu or Raijeli Davayua for the Fijians, who have steadily improved so far this weekend. And as our first two teams prepare to hit the stadium led out by Chris Tomasiana, we would be remiss not to mention the conditions. It is going to be incredibly hot for these players this weekend.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we thought it was hot last weekend in Hamilton. It was around 30 degrees, but coming to Sydney, it's scorching. It's already probably hit the 30-degree mark, supposed to hit tops of 42. So teams that aren't accustomed to the heat will definitely struggle, and it'll be interesting to see who rises to the occasion. But yeah, it's steamy leading out into game one. It'll be interesting to see. Fiji love these conditions, though. Tropical environment.
Yeah, there's something to be said for playing the first game of the day earlier, getting in and out in the conditions early. There's Fiji in their chain strip in the blue, the USA wearing their traditional white. So Fiji, as I said, being led by Tokasa Siniasi this weekend. No Savu, no Davayua, but they still have the likes of Nangasau and Naimasi. Holly Davidson, our referee for the opening match of the day. The Sydney Sevens ready to go. The USA and Fiji get us underway in Pool B. Heaviland straight down the middle, and what has been a really big part of USA's game, the restarts, but it's claimed by Fiji straight away, and they get the chance to attack early through Luisa Tesolo, who goes to ground. Working out of the shadows and into the sun of this magnificent new stadium, and that's a lovely ball for Rewhite. And now Naimasi. Fiji's offload game working well early. Nangasau can't connect with her outsides. Well scooped up, though, by Tesolo again. Promising start here for Fiji. Again, trying to work their way across. Here is the skipper, Siniasi, but she's wrapped up by Hangatau. And Doyle, one of the co-captains. They're going the 3-captain rule in the USA team this weekend. Good continuity, though, and the big hit comes in. That's the first shot of the weekend. Alona Ma putting the shoulder in. And now trying to get in and rip that ball away, but still good composure from Fiji to maintain possession. They're not getting a lot of ground. In fact, they're going backwards. And now the error starts to come. No, backwards is the call. Ball squirts out the side, and Ma scoops it up. So all the defence now turning on to attack for the United States. Doyle. USA look to spread. They've got some numbers wide if they can get it there. Hangatau, too low. Play on, advantage for Fiji, Siniasi. She loses it, and now advantage for the United States. So long opening passage of play eventually breaks down.
So exhausting. You can already see how tired the players are out there. 2 minutes without a stoppage. But look at the hit there from Alona Ma. Textbook tackle, shoulder on, driving through. And both teams, you can see, forcing those passes, desperate to get the offloads away. 2 errors so far from Fiji. We just need to settle the nerves here. Both teams desperate to get points on the board.
Crouch. Bind.
So USA to feed this scrum just on the Fiji side of halfway. Fiji put a bit of a shove on, but it's scooped away nicely for Doyle. Now trying to get around the outside is Ravetti. Good ball for Kershey. Tried to power through, but ball security a little bit lax from both teams so far.
That was a great read there from Fiji. We know how dangerous Christy Kershey can be with ball in hand. She had plenty of space to take that outside, though. Decided to step back into the two defenders. Covered nicely by Fiji. You can see the two-handed carry, late offload. She should have just taken the space on the outside. But a great defensive read from Fiji.
Set.
Siniasi with the scrum feed for Fiji. She's got Heveland all over her, but cleared away nicely. And now Radianavuni for Fiji. Little juggle. Ryan Massey trying to use his strength to get around the outside of Kershey. Kershey in again, making a nuisance of herself, but she's just knocked that ball on in the tackle. Radianavuni. Heveland shooting up on Naimasi, who throws a wobbly ball, and they'll go back again
no advantage.
For the knock-on. No advantage.
Knock-on in the tackle by White.
Holly Davidson.
You can really see how high the tempo of play is in this first half. Both teams just throwing everything they've got at each other. A few handling errors creeping in from both sides, but that's as a result of trying to force those passes, trying to get the ball out wide, avoiding going into contact.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold, hold. 9, stay back.
Penalty.
9, up.
First penalty of the match.
Face the scrum.
Goes against the United States. Tactic here of
Number
Fiji.
9, angle of the prop.
A tap, and they'll run it out from their own half still. Nangasau. Across the line they go. Now looking to accelerate and get in the hands free. Good quick hands from Fiji. Naimasi is so dangerous, Anna Maria Naimasi. And she's looked really up for this one so far. Now some space on the outside. Trying to put the foot down, Siniasi, but running out of territory, running out of room. It's a real punch and counter punch at the moment, but Fiji with a lot of ball.
Advantage. Number. Hold back line.
Advantage being played for the United States. Fiji player offside.
Back line offside before the line out's over.
And just creeping in front of the referee there, off the line out. USA did well to hold the ball at the top just for that split second. Teams tactically try and do that to catch the defensive team offside.
USA looking to work a move here through Heveland, and now Doyle. Runners everywhere. The dummy runner was Gastidis. Ravetti is there. She's got Kershey outside her. Kershey's got plenty of pace and plenty of power. Ravetti gets the return pass. Ravetti for the corner. I think she's got in there. No, flag is up. I thought she'd done enough, Steph Ravetti, but it looks like the flag's gone up on the side.
Are you happy she's in touch before grounding, or should we check? Before? Okay. Touch called. Black ball.
Oh, that's a great call from the assistant ref.
Yeah, absolutely confident in that call, and a great defensive effort from Fiji.
Oh, that's untidy though. And Alona Ma scored plenty of tries for the United States. Few as easy as that.
Well, they stayed patient, the USA. And Alona Ma, plenty of involvement. Last week she had an outstanding tournament as well. Scored herself 4 tries. Always seems to find herself in the right place at the right time, but just a sloppy error there off the back of a line out. You need to really secure that ball, especially when you're in that red zone. And that's a result of just the overthrow. Alona Ma there to receive, and she's happy about that.
It's taken 6 minutes, but the first try on the board goes to the United States, and Alona Ma underway in the scoring here at the Sydney Sevens, and it's the USA 7, Fiji 0. as Alev Kelter joins the fray for the US. Ball taken down by Fiji, and there's plenty of space straight up the middle for Tesolo. Kelter's chasing, but Tesolo has opened them up, spied the gap, took it, and goes under the posts.
That was executed perfectly off the restart there. Lewis and Tesolo, always so involved. We know how strong the restarts can be from the USA, taken nicely in the pod, put in the perfect position, and Lewis and Tesolo just there for the offload, spots an opportunity. Disjointed were the US in defence, and Tesolo too much pace to burn.
Important score for Fiji right on half-time. Conversion's good from in front too, so we go to the break. All square, 7 points all, USA and Fiji.
Untuk carry kita apa masa 5 mulu. Untuk di pasar minuman. Kita kena kukuan. Eda, presa. Ini fish. Untuk kita polo, tomorrow raya. As many things as we can. Terus kita kena simpan. Untuk sekolah atau pulau kesian. Iyo, atau sini ke sana mata. Sini ke mata. Então tu tak kata betul betul ini. Aku tak pesulit dengan perusahaan tu. Kesalah kau nak itu mana? Nak foto, resmi. Solia wabok, backup. Iki bila kaki nak dia.
Real arm wrestle to start this HSBC Sydney Sevens. Fiji and the United States. What a weekend of rugby we have ahead. Seven all. The United States against Fiji, the opening match in Pool B. Pool B is going to be a tight one. Canada, the third seeds, up next against Brazil. New Zealand, the defending champions, a little bit later. The home team, they love a win on home soil, Australia this weekend as we get ready to go.
Stay behind.
In the second half. Very willing. Opening 7 minutes, what has the second spell got is, again Fiji trying to attack that ball in flight, and it's landed for Tesolo once more. Fiji through Ruddy and Avunior couldn't handle the pass.
Knock on. Offside.
Gee, Fiji almost caught the USA off guard again.
Time off, number 9 white.
They've obviously studied the set piece here off the restart from the USA. They're placing their pods on the receipt in the right places, and their chasers are on point. They've got the aerial skills, but they put themselves under pressure here just being offside.
Iti Hungapo, exciting young player, to the bench. Cheta Ember into the action for the United States. We didn't see her last week, but she's been in great form in the early season. Speaking of great form, Alev Kelter, though, she's not just going to find touch with that kick, peeling off meters. I think for me, Tiana, the form player in the series at the moment, this woman.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you look at that. 11 tries in her past 9 games. She's no doubt an instrumental part of this USA outfit. Whenever they need a player to step up, she's always there in the big games.
Short for Ember, but it's gone straight through the bread basket and a knock on, so planned move.
Knock on.
As Hevelin throws her head back.
They're disappointed. No doubt they'd practiced that so many times. It's not always an easy throw to execute.
Yeah, that's the mark.
The short pass. That's a real missed opportunity. They're in prime attacking position here with the likes of Christy Kershey with so much space to burn.
Crouch.
Now find themselves in defence.
Bind. Set. Hold.
Fiji, who looked promising in their build-ups. Ruddy and Avuni That's come clear under the pressure of Kelter. Mistake by Fiji, and that's going to allow USA to swing on to attack. And now Kershey's hands let her down. Well, you have to start to wonder if, given how hot it is, a bit of sweat on the ball and hands letting these players down. Kershey usually so solid.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see there's 5 handling errors so far from the US, 3 from Fiji. It's so humid in the middle of the field. There's no doubt some dew on the footy.
Girls, time off. Number 12, White. Sub. Time off. Crouch. Find.
Chris Thomas, one of the co-captains of the US team, along with Gustaitis and Lauren Doyle. Doyle playing her 30th event this weekend. Seniasi, the captain of Fiji this week. Good little inside ball and the flick passes there. I thought it might have gone forward, but no. On they go. Oh, look at the swarming defence of the United States. No way through there.
Ball is out, play on.
And the ball's come out for Kelter out the side. She's got Thomas with her. Kelter and Thomas, first touch, first try.
Well, we speak about big game players. Alev Kelter linking up with Chris Thomas. The flyer, and Kelter once again scoops it from the back of the ruck, and it was the defensive pressure from the US that led them here. Fiji always trying to look for those offloads, but the US swarming the offload channels, forcing Fiji to go backwards with no real attacking opportunity, and Kelter stepped up to the plate. Chris Thomas in support.
Yeah, Chris Thomas straight onto the field, straight into the action, and the USA go in front, 14 points to 7. And again, this restart tower straight down the middle, brilliantly brought down once more by Tesolo, who finds Seniasi. Gee, they've been good in that area today, Fiji, or so far. Passes there for Riwai. Tricky, but good hands, Nangasau, and then finds a player on the wraparound. The support is good. The footwork is excellent. Nangothi. Whoa, Fiji breaking out.
Well, they look sharp, Fiji, with ball in hand. Alawesi Nangothi, first try for her this weekend at Sydney Sevens, but the influence from Rusila Nangasau. She spots an opportunity and knows how strong she is, so runs into 2 defenders, forcing them to commit to the tackle. And then you've got the likes of Nangothi, who just wraps around the outside, receives the offload, plenty of pace. An instant reply here from Fiji.
Well, it was tight the last time these teams met. Just 2 points in it. Back in Biarritz last year, but now 14 all as we see the Signa pressure play. The key one there, one defender beaten. That was the one around the outside.
Number 10.
Lavenia Tino and jersey number 6 onto the field for Fiji. Sayasi fully ringing some changes with 2.5 minutes to play. Trick move off the kickoff has gone straight down the throat of the power runner Ilona Ma.
Advantage now.
Another mistake with the hands by the USA.
First, second. Blue 4.
It's unfortunate the handling errors that have started to creep into this match. That's the 6th there for the USA. But Fiji came flying down off that restart in the faces of the US. Absolutely no time to play with in attack, forcing that handling error.
Time on.
They've really come alive in the back end of this second half, Fiji.
Crouch.
Brilliant attacking opportunity here for Fiji. Scrum midway, 23 metres out from the US line. Options left and right. Seniasi scoots away. Finding Naimasi. Naimasi on the outside of Kershey. Naimasi stays in field. Doyle climbs high on the tackle. Naimasi, brilliant surge.
12, never back on side.
And an offside call against the US, trying to catch them off guard. T-Knight runs straight back into her teammate. And Naimasi, who started it all, slaps away the USA defence. Here come Fiji again. Numbers wide if they can get it there. Nangofi in for a second. And Fiji, or did she get the ball down in time?
Time off. Time
Or
off.
did that foot go into
check.
touch in the dead ball?
TMO.
Oh no, that's my worst nightmare.
If not, we've got a deliberate knock-on against 5 white as well.
I think she might have butchered this.
Just checking.
Thank you.
I think you're right, Rick.
Holly, I have a decision.
Yep.
She has gone dead in goal.
Perfect. So I'm going to go back for the penalty and deliberate knock-on against 5.
Correct.
So girls, it's no try, but there is a deliberate knock-on by 5. So you're off. Deliberate knock-on. Deliberate knock-on.
So that was Alev Kelter who went for the intercept, and as we've spoken about time and time again on the World Series, that's the risk and reward, regardless of whether it was an intentional knock-on or just a genuine attempt at the intercept. She didn't come away with it, so that's an automatic 2 minutes in the bin. This is an attacking opportunity at its best for Fiji, but I can't believe what we just saw.
Well, the try absolutely butchered in the end, all the work, but still the opportunity here for Fiji. Less than a minute to play now. They have been playing with a real purpose in recent tournaments, Fiji, and this match a good illustration of it.
Set.
All their stats are trending positively. Wouldn't they like to win this one and really put one of the big guns under pressure early? Nukuthi. This time she's wrapped up. Good little top ball, and again, the support play of Fijiana, excellent. And now looking to spread for Levere. Medicini Levere back on the inside, or just caught short, Solokoviti. Ball still there for Fiji, and now it opens up, and this time they finish it. Medicini Levere.
What a finish there from Levere to bag her first try this weekend, but Fiji, they still had plenty of work to do. And just the ability to be able to execute those offloads to stretch the US defense from edge to edge, knowing that they're one player down. Levere spotted the gap, spotted the mismatch, and capitalised.
Huge result on the opening game on day one of the HSBC Sydney Sevens. Fiji beat the United States 19-14. Handling errors against the United States. 6 to Fiji's 3. What are the carry numbers for Fiji as well? And let's go sideline with Greg Clark for some reaction.
Well, Takasa, congratulations. You left it till the last minute, but you must be delighted with that start.
Yeah, I know, because before when we come into the ground, our coach said this is the first time we're gonna show to these people that they will respect us from now on. Yeah.
What about the conditions? I know it gets hot in Fiji, but did you feel you had the edge over the Americans?
Yeah, we have advantage because back at home is much hot than this. But yeah, we managed to complete the game with the sun.
Okay, congratulations and keep going.
Thank you very much.
Coming up, we've got Canada and Fiji, winners from earlier on today. So this should be a very exciting contest. Fiji just getting better and better as the years go on the HSBC Sevens Women's World Series. And Fiji, no doubt about it, Tiana, they'll have the majority of support here over Canada. There is the starting 7.
Yeah, absolutely, and they'll take plenty of confidence coming off the back of a big win against USA this morning in the first pool game. A big job to do, though, here against Canada, who also looked slick in today's first games.
Yeah, Canada beat Brazil 33-10, and Fiji, a boil over. They beat the USA 19-14. Referee is Silika Mediata from New Zealand. very experienced team, this Canadian team.
Most definitely. You've got the likes of Kayla Molesky, who's one of the most capped players on the World Series, Brittany Benn, Julia Greenshields, Ghislaine Landry. Got firepower all across the park in red jerseys.
So the captain, Landry, gets us underway.
Backwards, play
Knocked
on.
back by Fiji. Playing with a lot of flair, a lot of freedom. Nangasao up towards halfway. Into scrum half there was Anna Maria Naimasi, and Riwai back to Naimasi and through the hands. Solakaviti on the left wing. And nobody in front there. So, well, the Canadians, they fell for that one big time. And this is going to give the Fijians a lot of heart, no doubt about that. What a try, Roella Randanyavuni.
Well, wasn't that a power move from the number 7, Roella Randanyavuni? Spotted the opportunity, beat her defender one-on-one, and it was miscommunication there from the Canadian defence. She's got plenty of gas in the tank. And there was not much doing in the attacking line of the Fijians, so she says, I'll get this one done for the team.
No problem from in front. There's the extra 2. So Fiji leading by 7 points to 0. And just like their male counterparts, they thrive on that confidence. You know, they love it when things go their way early on, and they just put the foot on the gas, and this is pretty to watch. Nyavuni, try time. Let's see what response we can get from the Canadians now. And we know that they won't panic. So Ben
Backwards.
went backwards. Guisa.
Backwards.
Well, they raced up and shut down the very dangerous Ghislaine Landy.
Rolling.
Quick tap taken. 2-on-1. Here's the overlap with the cover coming across. Solakaviti forcing them back on the inside, but there's support players there. And Molesky stops, goes, gets it away. Greenshields. Desperate scrambling defence from the Fijians. And oh, there's a knock on there. So well done, Fiji, and Canada just unable to execute.
Yeah, Canada taking a leaf out of the Fijians' book, trying to play that free-flowing offload game. And it was just handling errors in the end that was detrimental to this Canadian side. But full credit to the Fijians, taking time and space away, stayed in the game, didn't switch off in defence, putting them under pressure.
Bind. Sit.
Takasa Sanayasi, the captain, puts the ball into the scrum. Oh, the big shove coming from Canada, and they turn it over. And there is no stopping Landry this time. The captain is in, so Canada, they hit back.
And there's the experience from Canada. Such a strong forward pack in the form of Kayla Molesky, Karen Pakan, Pam Pwisa, pushing in that scrum. Set piece is one of their biggest strengths, Canada. We see it in the line out, the scrum, the tap. And this is what they do best. They know that they're in prime attacking position. And who better than Ghislaine Landry to spot the opportunity?
Great try from the captain. All set up by the scrummaging. No extras added, so it's 7-5, Fiji over Canada. It's not often in women's sevens we say that a try is set up by the scrummaging, but on that occasion it was a perfect tactic. And was that misjudged there by Nangasao, allowing it to bounce into touch?
As we mentioned, set piece is a strong point for Canada, so they'll definitely contest this line out.
Here's the mark. Need the gap. Fiji, gap.
Sadayasi. Canadians trying to compete, but it's there for Fiji. And good work, the double round from Mariwai, and then the offload to Nai Masi, but in the end, I threw it to nobody.
And that's the risky side of their attacking play. Fiji is forcing those offloads that probably should be taken into contact. Should be forced. The 50-50 pass can pay off for them sometimes.
Hold here.
Paquin in front of the line out that time. So the Canadians, the tackles were pretty ordinary from Fiji, and it is Bianca Farella who says thank you very much. It was too simple in the end.
She scored her 150th try last week in Hamilton, make that 151. And alongside her teammate, Kayla Molesky, she's the joint most capped player on the World Series. And there it is, the experience. She knows when to take it into contact. She knows when to back her pace. There's the money ball from Landry. She knew she had two defenders beaten on the outside. Too quick, Bianca Farella.
And here's the conversion attempt. Just out to the left, so 10 points to 7. All-time tries. And Farella, 151. Still a big gap behind Woodman there. But Farella has been fantastic for Canada over the years. Senayasi looking for support, pushing it wide. Solakaviti. And then Yavuni laying it back. There's the halftime hooter sounds. The captain asking a question there. But the Canadian defence too strong. Now the kick downtown. Now there's no sweeper at the back. And a good chase. Finally, the Canadians get back in support, and they're happy just to kick it into touch. Musa. So that is half-time. Tight contest, and it is Canada leading Fiji 10 points to 7. Canadian coach John Tate. Close contest here, and coming up in women's Pool A action, we've got New Zealand and Russia. Don't miss that one. Pool C, the home team, Australia They were very impressive earlier on. They'll be playing Ireland. So Fiji, 8th overall on the HSBC Sevens Women's World Series. The Canadians are 3rd. Fiji becoming very competitive indeed. But it is Canada just in front at the moment. So Landry offloading and backing up, and yeah, there's a penalty there. Early tackle by one of the Fijians, so they go wide. Yeah, knocked on there. The angle was probably okay for Ben, but just couldn't hold on to it.
Time off. White 7. So
it's almost a hospital ball there from Bianca Farella to Brittany Bent. Would have been better off to carry it into contact herself rather than force that pass. But a real let-off here for Fijiana.
Crouch.
Can they strike back early on in the second half here?
Sit.
Well, they've got great field possession, or position, as Seniasi puts it in, and there's another one. Great work by the Canadian forwards. And Ben, can she get the pass away? Will she need to? Yes, she will. She'll get it to Yardley. And good cover defence again. Here's a penalty to Canada, and they take it quickly. Lining up out to the right.
Advantage. White offside.
There's the inside ball. And Farella can't find a way through this time.
Advantage over.
Williams. Yeah, no stopping her. Charity Williams gets the try for Canada.
Time off.
We've got a player down in back play as well. So it's time off for the moment, but another look at it here. Great work.
Yeah, such a well-executed try there from Canada. And it started at the scrum. They were in the defensive position. And it just took a strong scrum from the forwards to be able to retain possession there. And Charity Williams with the finishing touches. Bit of footwork, bounces off the right foot. Always attacking that inside shoulder. Rusila Nangasal, the mismatch in this instance. Tired bodies out there at the moment, Clarkie.
15 points to 7. Well, this is an unfortunate sight for Canadian rugby fans.
Thank you. Not yet.
Ghislaine Landry
Just wait for her to go.
coming from the field and being carried from the field, so that looks to be pretty serious, and we'll try and update that injury because she's such a key player for Canada, the captain. Conversion astray. So Canada without their captain, possibly for the remainder of the tournament. I'm not a doctor, but it didn't look good.
Backwards.
Riwai.
Play on.
And the intercept is there for Green Shields. And they look to just move it wide. Cover coming across. Is calling all their experience now to keep the ball alive, and it sits up nicely for Williams, but it's going to be called back. It's just drifted forward just as Charity was heading for a double.
Well, they were lucky to get that call, Fiji. If Canada had gotten that pass away, there was no doubt that Charity Williams would have been in for a double. Starting to switch off due to fatigue in defence there. Big shot on Karen Pakan, forcing that forward pass.
What's going on?
You can see that the missed tackles are starting to climb for Fiji. 8 as opposed to Canada's 1.
What's happening here?
Surprising, though, that Canada don't have a bigger lead. Fiji have done well to stay in this game. Can they score points here?
Walking wounded at the moment, the Canadians. Another player
Time on.
leaving the field.
Crouch.
Karen Puckwan.
Bind. Sit. Ball in.
So Fiji, still plenty of time for them. Down by 15-7 at the moment. Push it wide. McCarthy. Oh, and it opened up brilliantly. The race is on. Up over the 22 she goes, and away she goes. Try time. Equalizes Nakati.
Well, she did the exact same thing to the US earlier this morning. Just tears teams apart through the middle. Nankothi created something out of absolutely nothing here. Had no right to split the defence. She caught Kaylee Lucan off guard. Got on her inside shoulder once again. A big focal point for the Fijians. And she's got plenty of pace to burn.
There's the extra 2 from the boot of Takasa Serayasi. So we've got a game on our hands now, 15-14. Look at the determination on the face. Eloesi, a copy. Not the restart they were looking for. Relieving some pressure on the Canadians, so they'll mount an attack right on halfway.
Bear in mind they're missing Ghislaine Landry, who's off injured, so it's Julia Greenshields and Brittany Ben that'll take on that ball-playing role.
Here's Ben. And wide they go. Just managing to hold on to was Farella. Crossfield. Williams. Thought about trying to go on the outside, but has to take the tackle.
Back.
Greenshields
Get back.
delivers to Ben. And then Kaljuvi. Farella. Chance here. Unmarked on the far side. Canada. Is that enough? They hit back immediately. Wardley gets the try, but it was a team event, that one, a team try, and that just might be enough for them.
Absolutely, they stretched the Fijian defence. A clever play, knowing how hot it is in the later stages of the game, forcing them to work. And Kiara Wardley on the receiving end of a nice little pop pass, put into space, unmarked. Beautiful finish.
Fresh legs doing the job. Here's the conversion attempt. Not successful, so 20 points to 14. Can the Fijians come up with a converted try and steal this one at the death and top the group after the first couple of games in Pool B? But it's going to be Canada working it out wide. Williams, Greenshields, Ben, Kaljuvi, and the try scorer Yardley standing on the tackle and offloading. One side to the other. Here's Williams. Nothing on there. Hooters Hounds, and into touch it goes, and so Canada, a hard-fought victory, but they get the job done, and they remain unbeaten. 33-10 over Brazil earlier on, and final score in this one, Canada 20, Fiji 14.